Hello there, Rabbi. Ready to go sloshing through the snow?
I'm all prepared, Joe, and I think judging from what I've seen on the news, most people in the DMV are ready for an Arctic winter.
Well, that may be the case in your locality, but as I am looking, I went through the stores last night. Let me begin by saying every Sunday night I cook a chicken. But this Saturday, I could not find a chicken to save my life because everywhere people were looking for chickens and food with the advancing winter storm warning. But everybody was being very polite about it. I was very proud of humanity as I stood there watching the roasted chickens at Costco disappear in front of me. People were not shoving and elbowing like a Macy's basement store bargain rumble. It was, no, you were here first, you take one. No, you were here first, you take one. Oh, they're all gone. Well, we'll just wait. We won't riot. We'll be patient. So is that hope for humanity? Is that indicative as we hunker down and start looking at our meatier pets as food alternatives? Is the world getting better or more polite, or do we need to improve more?
Well, that's curious about Costco because everyone in the known universe that belongs to Costco never leaves the store without one of their roasted chickens. And a bell goes off before they take the chickens off the skewer. So I don't know if Costco has a bell that rings or what we're hearing is the bell for the chickens itself. But in the back section of the store, you hear the bell go off, the crowd en masse, we head for the chickens. And like you said, it's very strange because everyone takes turns, everyone waits for somebody else. There is real politeness and civility at the Costco roasted chicken counter as people take their bags of chicken and walk away, not even bumping carts. And it's very congested, Joe. And I'm looking at it like you said, and I'm thinking, why can't people act like this on 66 or the Beltway? Why can't people be civil in other situations? What is it about the Costco chickens that brings out the best in us when you turn on the news, when you watch our politicians? You always see the worst of the worst behavior in situations that, why were you doing that? Why are you making these accusations? Why are you saying these things? Why? It's, I find that really bizarre. I would love to be able to somehow get the American people to always act like they're buying a roasted Costco chicken.
It is also the weather or some other stress survivor mentality. I must get that chicken to survive, and and rationalizations about, well, it's not just for me to survive, but my family needs a chicken or something else. And while Costco chickens are the exception, going into the parking lot of Costco and seeing an open space is a completely different issue. You're not taking that space, that's my space. And many hand gestures and so forth later. And I've even had people pretend that they don't speak English. And then they pull in ahead of me in a space, and I don't mind. I let them go. And later I slash their tires. Not really. But humanity seems to be improving ever so slightly. And can we thank the the current president elect for that? Because we've seen what bottom is coming, what selfishness and self-serving leads to, and at least in the stores that you and I frequent, people realize we have to start being nicer to one another because the alternative is another 4 more years.
I'm waiting, I'm reserving judgment. I want to see what actually happens because I I still believe that human beings will respond to the situation. We're neither good nor bad. evil, or however you may want to look at human beings, we make choices. And I think a lot of our choices are affected by the media, by what we see other people doing and reactions to that. So I'm reserving judgment because I really believe that when the president-elect is sworn in and some of these policies are out in the public, sunlight is a great sanitizer, and our politicians will look at each other and go, that's not a good idea, or that's not for the commonwealth, the common good. And we're going to modify or change it. So I believe that the Costco chicken is a perfect example of us as human beings. And I believe this will show through in the parking lot, in the House, in the Senate, on 66, and on the Beltway. I think we're going to see a Costco chicken phenomena.
The only thought that comes to mind, Rabbi, is don't count your chickens. But thank you as always for the wisdom and the observations. Let's hope you're right about those chickens.
And for those of you listening and watching, next time you're in Costco, listen for the bell. And when you hear the ding, you'll know it's time to head to the roasted chickens.